Go on.
Hello, people. This is Maureen Kamari of Amari Baking Center and
Ellie.
I was supposed to say the name and Ellie's joining me for the live. Hi, peoples. It is awesome to be here on this Friday. Thank you guys for joining me. Today we're doing cake pops. Yay! Woohoo! As we wait for you guys to join us, I am just gonna do a few updates.
Shaheen Shiraz says hi.
Ooh, Shaheen! Wow, you're like on time. You're awesome. Thank you for joining us again. We appreciate it. We love hanging out with you. It's so awesome, Shaheen. So, right now, just want to update you on the fact that we're having a masterclass next week, Saturday, October 6th, for any baker or bakerettes who just kind of want to get into the online marketing. If you struggle with online marketing, you've been trying Facebook, it's not working for you, you know, that kind of thing. So we're having a masterclass. It's going to be 1,000. If you book by Monday and you heard me in this live, 200 off, you can pay 800 shillings. Just comment or inbox me and I will give you details. We will be leaving the link on the details for the masterclass in this live. So woohoo! As you join me,
Marceline says hi.
Oh, hi, Marceline.
Belinda says hi.
Belinda, what's up? Join me as always. Thank you guys. So say hi as you join us. Love bubbles. Like is good, but we prefer the love bubbles. Thank you for the love bubbles. Last time I saw so many. You guys are awesome. So today we'll be making cake pops. I'm just going to be showing you the simplest way of making a cake pop. I have done a whole lot of preparation just so that we go faster on this because it's quite a process, but you get to see every step of the way. So, okay? So, anybody ever tried cake pops? If you do, please comment, say, I've tried cake pops. If you haven't, you know, mention it as well. So, for cake pops, these are awesome when you cut off, like when you do the little cut-offs when you're frosting a cake and you have like some cake crumbs left over or leftover cake. You know, they're awesome to do that because you don't waste your crumbs. So basically right here, if Ellie can show us, this is some sort of cake crumbs of chocolate that I'm going to be using. But you know, it's cake. As long as it's any type of cake, you can definitely be able to do that. So I just have a little, like maybe one, like let me say 2 or 3 cups of cake leftover. What do we call this?
Crumbs.
Cake crumbs, thank you.
Rukia says hi there.
Hi, Rukia.
Rupal says hi on time.
Oh my God, Rupal. Hi. It's been so long. Oh my God, I missed you. Love bubbles. Thank you very much. I'm love bubbling you too. You know what I'm saying? Thank you guys for joining me. So, what do you need? You need cake crumbs, and then you can mix in a whole bunch of stuff, okay? So most people end up doing buttercream frosting, which is good. But if you don't want something so sweet, you can use like fresh cream frosting, which is what I'll be using today, fresh cream. Or you can also use like non-dairy cream topping. You can use that, just a frosting that's gonna be able to hold. You can even use ganache, like the soft fluffy ganache. You can put in some cream. You know, there's a bakerette student of ours who suggested just putting a little bit of cream in there, nothing else, just cream, just to hold it together. The point is to get some mushy kind of cake mix going, okay? Then to decorate, we decorate it with some chocolate. I prefer chocolate. It sets really well, sets faster. You can use icing, like glaze, maybe like royal icing, white or dark chocolate. So today I'll be doing white or dark chocolate, guys. Say hi as you show up.
Vanessa Varna says hello.
Hi, Vanessa. Thank you for joining me, guys.
Rupal says missed you.
Yes, Rupal, I miss you too, man. Like, I love hanging out with you guys. Our crew, man. So anyway, I'm going to start the process. So, you don't have to have a specific amount of crumbs. Just like have a cup of 2 of crumbs right there. Now, what you do is you just kind of take a handful, like a spoonful, sorry, of your frosting and you put it in there, okay? Now I'm just gonna start mixing. Usually I tend to look at how the texture looks like so I know when to stop, okay? So I don't want to tell you like it's exactly this, you know, everybody's different, but I just tend to stop when it's starting to look mushy, right? Like this. You see this? So like 2 to 3 cups of cake crumbs, a spoonful or 2 of your frosting, and we're gonna use our hands today, so wash your hands and you'll just kind of look at it, see if you can be able to mush it. I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm able to mush my cake crumbs like this. So if you're able to mush them, you're good to go. And that is what I'm gonna do. So you can use an ice cream scoop right here, or you can just use a tablespoon like I am and just kind of mush it in your hands. Take it around like this and place it like on a board, right? So we place it right there. So you just kind of want to do this until you have finished all your cake crumb dough. So I'm just going to do this for a minute or two. So as you can see, if it is enough liquid, enough frosting, you're able to actually make a little ball like that. Anyone else joining us?
Joanne Gina says hi, Bilha.
Oh,
What
hey,
are we
Joanne.
making? Cake pops?
Who? Yes, we are making cake pops today, Joanne. Thank you for joining us. Cake pops. For those people who have leftover cake crumbs and you're like, what do I do with this stuff other than eat it? You can also make chocolate balls, but same concept, by the way, just without the stick. It's like lollipops, but you don't get it. There's like cake in it, so it's like cake pops. Yeah. All right, so I'm just kind of, remember, just take like 2 or 3 cups of cake crumbs. You know, if they're not fine, just run like a fork or take your hands and just kind of mush them so they're like really fine crumbs. They're so much better that way. And then put your favorite frosting, like a spoonful. For me, I use fresh cream. You can use non-dairy potatoes. You can use buttercream, tends to be a little sweet. You can use ganache, the frosting one that's fluffy. So guys, look how easy this was. There are my cake pops. That's it. As you take a look at them, let me clean up my hands. So, you have your little cake balls. Now at this point, this is what we call TV magic. At this point, you put this in the fridge, guys. Okay? You put it in the fridge. So, we're gonna assume we have put this in the fridge. And because of TV magic, guys, I had put these in the fridge. And this is what we're gonna use. So they set really nicely. Look, they're set. They're like little hard balls when you put them in the fridge. So these I put in the fridge like 30 minutes ago. And they're ready to go. So, while they're sitting there, I wanna show you. So today we're gonna be using chocolate, okay? And I mean like compound chocolate, just melt it like in a double boiler or like in a microwave, and it looks like this. So there is my dark chocolate. And you can also use white chocolate. And my white chocolate this time, I kind of want to try to see if we can color it. So I'm just using this Wilton gel color. And I'm just trying to color my white chocolate, okay? So just add some color into your melted chocolates, guys. And there we go. So I might have to stick this in the fridge real fast, but we'll see how it turns out. All right, we're gonna set this aside. So let me just have it sit there. When you are ready to go, I want to tell you guys, you want to have lollipop sticks, okay? They come in a pack like this. People like maybe Top Serve Limited have them, lollipop sticks. And you know, we all know lollipops, that's what they are. They're the best to use. You can use a toothpick or a skewer, but a toothpick tends to be so thin, sometimes it's not able to hold the weight of your cake pop. Or you can be using a skewer, but it's also a little thin, but that's much better. So I like these because they're strong enough and they're thick enough to do what I want. And they look cool, you know, who doesn't want lollipop looking like cake pops? So I have my little lollipop sticks. Now before you continue on, like you put this in the fridge 30 minutes, you've removed it, you want to dip your lollipop stick into the chocolate just a little bit, and then you want to dip it into the chocolate ball. Now you do that so that the lollipop stick can stick, okay? So it can stick, because it tends to, if you just put it right now and then you start putting in your, what do you call it? You start dipping your cake pop, it tends to come out, okay? So here we go. So this is what you do. You dip your lollipop sticks into the chocolate, then you dip it into the cake pop. And then You can choose to just leave this out like for 10 minutes to set or 5 minutes. I tend to just put it back in the fridge so it can hold, but you don't have to put it back in the fridge, guys. So just check that out for a little bit. I'm gonna microwave this real fast. Alrighty. So we're gonna start with the dark chocolate for now. And so let's say this is set. So TV magic once again, guys. I had already had some set over here. Okay, so like I said, you can use white chocolate. Take a look at them. They're not coming out. And this is the point, okay? You want some really nice, you know, cake pops that are not gonna come out of this. So these are ready to dip, okay? So you want to make sure you have a long, sort of a deep cup like this, and your chocolate is nice and melted. Then you need to have two things. Either you can have like a cake dummy like this one. I just put some cling film on it, all right? Or, I hope you guys can see this, you can have, I'm sure we all know this thing, a colander, okay? Where we put our spaghetti. It has holes. Please use them. So you can have this or you can have this. All right? So I'm gonna dip and I'm gonna stick it onto my thing. So I can do it from here? All right, cool. Right, so, by the way, guys, tip about cake pops. You never know how really messy this job is. It's very messy. So you dip it in there, and then you have to hold on a bit as it goes down. All right, so we're gonna wait for this to drip as much as possible. Like I said, this is the work, this is the patience. We just keep waiting here for a little bit, as much as I can get it. Okay. And then I stick it onto my, you try and really get most of this chocolate to really just, then I put it on my cake dummy, all right? So that it can sort of drip the excess. So that's why we put the cling film, all right? But we do try and get most of this excess out of there, okay? So once again, dip. You're still gonna have a whole bunch of excess, but you know. Now let's see how it looks like when we put it on the colander. All right. So, messy, guys, real messy. So you stick it in here like so. But I tend to find that might be a little bit better because see, it pours the excess on there. So make sure you're ready. Your kitchen is ready for this mess, guys. So I do another one. I dip again into my chocolate. Let it drip, let it drip, let it drip. Okay. Now at this point, we don't have sprinkles today, but if you have sprinkles, at this point, you can choose to dip it in sprinkles before it dries, guys, before it dries. Or you can put, like, I have some sort of glitter dust, so I'm gonna use that. But once again, there we go. Let me see where I can stick it like that. So you see how messy this tends to be? But just so I show you guys a little bit, if I decide to sprinkle some glitter dust, there it is. I hope you can see these glitteriness over there. And you can do it even after, by the way, guys. But I like doing it before, so you know, you can see the glitteriness here. Put your cake sprinkles, put your, you know, fill in the blanks. Chocolate sprinkles, you know, vermicelli, like that. So there we go. See how pretty that looks like? Love bubbles! If we're liking this prettiness.
Nicole says wow.
Awesome.
Judy says she's following.
Hi, Judy. Awesome. So I'm going to dip my last one in here. Okay, and we're gonna put it on the colander. So there, the thing about this is just kind of waiting for this chocolate to end, because let me tell you, it keeps dripping. So that period of time before it like finishes dripping and starts setting is really the annoying thing. Like that's where you have to wait, right? All right, there we go. Most of my drip is ended. So choose where. Dummy, if it's a dummy, make sure you have a cling film. If it is a colander, make sure it's ready for that. And you have like, I have a cake board by the way, guys, so you can collect any chocolate that pours. All right, guys?
Joanne asks, which brand is the glitter dust?
The glitter dust is Wilton. It's a Wilton red glitter dust. That's what I'm using, okay? Fun stuff. Okay, guys, so, what do I want to say? Okay, so if you have chocolate, our white chocolate actually kind of, you know, got set. So I'm just going to use this chocolate. But I wanted to show you. So remember, you can put the glitter dust. You can put your sprinkles. And now I want to show you what you can do with dark chocolate. But if you're using dark chocolate to do your cake pops, you can use white chocolate instead to decorate the way I want to show you. So just take a disposable bag or just a piping bag, snip the end off after you put your chocolate on there. Just make sure a little bit is coming out like so, right? So I'm gonna take just one. Remember our original ones we've done? By the way, just to show you what you don't see, if you can see, some chocolate kind of poured over here, right? So I'm not gonna give people, you know, a cake pop looking like this. So take a knife or a fork and just kind of scrape this off. If this does happen to you, scrape off as much as you can because it hasn't set completely. And then take your little cloth and wipe as much as you can. See? So now I got a really nice clean cake pop, and you can see is already set. Look at that. So then if you had some colored or, you know, different kind of color of chocolate, you can draw different things. Just kind of make it look cool, guys. Like so. Look at that.
Mokami says, please do one with the colored white chocolate.
All right, give me a minute then. Let me see. Just show them the cake pops there. Let's see what I can do with that. Let me see if it's possible, guys, and I will let you know in a minute. Okay, guys. Due to public request, here we go. Purple chocolate. Okay. And let's see. Remember the ones we had said? Look, they set already. So I'm gonna dip it in that chocolate and dust. So it didn't completely melt, hence the little bubblies, which is why I didn't want to show you, but it's still actually kind of good. So here we go. Nice. So just let it drip for a bit, and then, okay, hold on. All right, there we go. So I'm just gonna stick it here, my little colander, let that kind of set as we continue on. Okay, there we go. So guess what we can do with this? We can try and pipe some of the chocolate, right, onto this dark chocolate one. All right, so just pour a little bit of purple chocolate into your disposable bag. Snip the end. All right, make sure it's coming out. Let's see how this looks like. I'm interested. Oops. So by the way, you'll get these, right? This is where your chocolate was coming out. So you can always, like, you know, take a hot knife and just kind of snip that off. Ooh, this looks cool. How many love my purple and chocolate cake pop? Love bubbles.
Makami says it looks good.
Thank you. Thank you, Makami. I hope it has explained to you nicely. And you can go nuts, by the way, guys. You can like put little dots, put white, different colors. And there's my cake pop. And so the rest is just going nuts with your decoration of these cake pops as we continue on. Right, guys? So, let's see. All right, I think that is set. Here, let's take our purple one and sort of pipe some chocolate. Like so. And the good thing about this chocolate, it just sets right away. It doesn't even stay, guys. Look at this. Now I'm just gonna try and stick it. Let's see if I can stick it here. Okay, guys, there are cake pops. Woohoo! How many love bubbles?
Awesome. Nancy Mina says hi.
Hi.
Maureen, great work.
Thank you so much, Nancy. I'm gonna bring it here so we can see what we did. So, guys, today, what did we do? You take crumbs of cake, you mixing a tablespoon of frosting, any type of frosting, but preferably buttercream, non-dairy topping, or fresh cream, or a little bit of cream. Then you melt chocolate like this right here, and make sure it's in like a cup or like a deep place where you can put it in there. Okay, then we make little balls, refrigerate them. Balls that look like this. Just please note, by the way, the more it stays flat on something, it ends up looking like this, right? So dip your stick in chocolate, dip it in there, then dip it in here in the chocolate. Remove it. If you want sprinkles, sprinkle that sucker right then, okay? Pour little glitters in there. They look so awesome. Use colored chocolate. It looks even better. Let it set. It sets like within 5 minutes. You guys just saw that. That just happened. And then your cake pops are ready to go. And you can make them pretty by putting little bows like we did over here. Look at this. Little like ribbons. You can do like a baby shower with like blue or pink thingies. How awesome is that? Love bubbles, guys. Love bubbles.
Nabila says fabulous. Judy and Jerry says good work. Looks yummy.
Woohoo! Thank you, guys. This was a really short tutorial, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to post now. I will answer them. Thank you for the feedback. By the way, guys, please, I need to know what else you want me to do. So make sure in the comments you put something that I can decorate in 20 minutes and explain to you guys how to do it, like I just did with the cake pops. So, any questions? All right then, guys, TGIF, if you're watching this later, feel free to leave a comment. Please, if you're a baker getting into business, you make sure you show up for the masterclass next week on Saturday, and I'll teach you all about marketing and how to grow your business. See you guys. TGIF. Bye.
TGIF.